the car slows down. If we speed up, the other car speeds up, and if we stop, the other car stops. When we pass them, that'll mark the exact halfway point of our journey today. Now on this flight, we're actually going to go through 3 different ecosystems, which is pretty cool. The bottom zone that we're leaving now is called the montane zone. That's a beautiful, you'll see most of your animals down here, your bears, your elk, your deer, sometimes even your moose, but they're the lakes. And this subalpine zone we're entering is normally home to bears sometimes. They like to come up here and chew on the charcoal of the trees and the grass, but they typically won't go any higher past our tower. And then the top is our alpine zone. That's where you'll find your marmots and your pikas, sometimes even your mountain goats if you're lucky, but they tend to stay away from people, so you'll only see them in the early mornings or the late evenings. Talking about the animals up there, our mountain actually got its name from one of the mammals that live up there. So when the hikers were originally hiking up here, they heard this whistling sound. It's actually how the marmots like to communicate to each other. So they called it Whistler's Mountain. With an S on the end, don't get it confused with Whistler Mountain in BC. Promise you we're different, but we just added the S on the end. We're both named after the same animals. If you're completing your book as well, that's a little cave over there, so you can tick that off and say you've seen it. There's that little arch of the rocks over there. So as we get going, you can actually see all the beautiful views. If you look to my very right out this door, you can see Whistler's Campground. It's one of the biggest campgrounds in all of Canada, and it can hold up to 2,500 people at maximum capacity, which is more the entire residents of Jasper National Park. We are coming up to our support tower, so you're going to feel a little bit of a push and a pull motion as we increase our angle of elevation. Feel free to hold on, but it's nothing to worry about. We like to say that's the closest thing to a roller coaster in Jasper National Park. It'll be the most exciting part of the journey today. So if you look up, you can actually see that the other SkyTram is about to pass us. So if everyone's going to wave when they pass us, I'm sure they'll appreciate it. The lovely John is in there driving today.
So this would be exactly halfway point.
Yes, exactly.
When they pass us.
Yeah. So right when we pass, that marks the exact halfway point since we're both connected to each other. And it might appear that they're going really fast when they pass us. I promise you we're going the exact same speed. So we're going 6.5 meters per second, or around 23 kilometers. But it's like when you pass a car on the highway, when you're passing it seems like you're going faster because you add your speeds together, but you're both just going the same speed. So if you look up, we're now entering our alpine zone. There's this lovely snowy area up the top. It's defrosted a little bit, but some people do like to ask if you can ski here in the winter. The answer is no. We used to be a ski hill a long time ago, but they quickly found out that scree is not a very fun rock to ski on. So we moved our ski hill over to Marmot Basin. It's on the same mountain range as us, the Triton Mountain Range, but it just has a little bit better rock for skiing there. So if you're ever here in winter, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing ski hill and it's very underrated, so it doesn't have many lines.
Love it.
Yes. I worked there all winter, so I enjoyed it.
I've been going there for 20 years.
Yeah. So as we're coming higher, you can see that the trees are getting smaller and further apart. Does anyone want to guess how old these tiny trees up here are? 1,000 years. 1,000 years? So they're 200 to 400 years old. So they only grow 2 millimeters every year. There's something called dwarfism. They have a 30 to 60 day growing cycle in the peak of summer, and the rest of the time they don't grow at all. They like to stay small and muddy, just like myself here. I'm going to point out a few of the lakes for you folks. So if you look at these 3 beautiful lakes just behind the Athabasca River, that front one is called Lac Beauvert, which is actually French for emerald green. It's attached to the golf course and the Fairmont. Then that middle one is called Lake Annette, and the back one is called Lake District. Yeah, it is. Yesterday was beautiful, but the day before we couldn't see anything. Like pretty much the whole day we were just in the clouds. Which is still pretty cool. It's not every day you get to be in the clouds on top of the mountain when it's snowing, but Alberta weather, you take what you can get, so it's nice. Hopefully the sun peeks out of the clouds today. As we're coming higher, is anyone interested in doing the hike today? Yeah. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about the hike. We'll be leaving our property in Orange Parks Canada jurisdiction. So if you need any help up there, feel free to give Parks Canada a call. Otherwise come back to our boardwalk and we'll be happy to assist you. If you are doing the hike, it is 1.3 kilometers kilometers one way, so 2.6 in total. But don't let that short distance fool you. It is an elevation gain of 2,463 meters above sea level. So the air gets pretty thin, so we just recommend taking lots of breaks, taking water, and just listening to your body. Sometimes you can get a headache if you're not used to the altitude. So just be mindful and look after yourselves. If you are doing the hike, there is just a lot of snow from the false summit to the summit, so be mindful of your step. And we recommend about an hour and 45 minutes return for the hike, just so you can take your time, enjoy the lovely views, and take lots of lovely photos. If you do need to change your ticket times at any moment, we have a lovely guest experience desk just in the middle here. Amber's there and she'll help you out today. If we have the availability to do so, then we're happy to let you stay a little bit longer or leave earlier. They just have to check that there's no one booked out on that flight. We're just going to have a couple little taps as we go into the building. It's just the guide rails directing us. Does anyone have any questions before we disembark today? Yeah, what's up?
If you're not going hiking, how much time we need?
The temperature changes. This morning it was around 0 degrees.